Hello everybody, welcome back to one of my videos. Today we'll be going over chapter 8 for my PC Pro certification. Finished this up over Christmas break. Um, this one was all about printers. It was honestly pretty interesting. We learned about the different types of printers. You got your inkjets, you got your thermal printers, um, you have laser printers, you have all the different types of ways you can get print onto paper with all the different systems. Um, it's really cool actually. I actually thought this was an actually really interesting one that we learned about. But yeah, like usual, I have all my notes on here for chapter 8. Um, Going through all the different things, it goes more in depth here on like the dot matrix, which is um like how many dots of, or I guess pins, how many pins you have. Um and the more pins, the more unique you can get your print to be, because the ink will hit the, or actually the um it'll hit the pin, and then the pin will put in whatever you put on to print. Inkjet, those are all of your printers that actually use ink cartridges. Dye sublimation, uh, that one is like vaporizes and soaks into your film paper. Solid ink, it actually melts the ink onto there, so you get like, so like kind of like, it's like kind of if you did like wax and you dipped it and you put it onto your page. It's kind of like that, where it's not like liquid ink, it's solid things of ink, and it'll use the solid ink, it'll heat it up, and then it'll melt that on there. Thermal is, so for thermals, if you've ever seen like a receipt or something, that's usually thermal. It uses special paper, and it heats it onto there. 3D printing um, obviously creates a physical like 3D print using um, uh, filaments. Then we had a whole section about laser printing, which laser printing is like one of the most advanced printings we have, where it literally just it reflects off of kind of like a mirror kind of thing on your on the inside of your printer, and that'll hit onto the paper and light it up. It's actually really, really cool. Um, Went through all of that, did a couple labs, more practice questions, learned about printer configuration. Um, yeah, some managing. Obviously, we did troubleshooting at the end, like we always do. Going through, you watched videos, you took notes on that. Um, more notes, more notes, more notes. You uh, went through and did a lab where you chose a printer. So you go in, you start the lab. Um, it goes in and it tells you, because you learned, you went through a video going and telling you all the details of the different ones and your different printers that you have. So you would go in, and in this lab it says, you're an IT administrator for a small corporate network. You're choosing a printer for the workstation of in Office 2. So you need to make sure you're in Office 2 when you get in here. You want to print highly detailed color images from a digital camera. So you're going to want to go into the printers, go into here, click details, specification, go through here, check that out for each of your different ones. I chose the HP PhotoSmart Plus Color Inkjet. I put it in here, pop that in there, go over to my cables. Um, for this, you're gonna need a USB cable, A and B. Go to the back of your printer, take the B type, put that into your printer, take the A type, connect that to the back of your uh, monitor or workstation, do that, and then you have to put power into your printer. So you're gonna come over here and do the power adapter for the HP. Take the female adapter, put that into there. Come over here to your outlets, which will be right over here, and take that connector, plug that in to the surge protector. We actually learned a little bit more about surge protectors this round, which is really cool, which I actually didn't really know very much about surge protectors, other than it gave me more outlets in my room. But surge protectors are really, really cool. Um, like say lightning hits the electric pole near your house, the lightning would travel through the electric pole and into all of your sockets, and the surge protector basically uh, protects it from the electricity that would be running through and trying to get into your plugs. If you don't have a surge protector, I would strongly advise you to get one, because if you have things plugged into your wall, the electricity will go straight into the cables and into whatever you have plugged into the wall and just fry the inside of it. It's really bad. So then you would score your lab once you finished, and yay, you passed. Good job. Um, yeah, other than that, printer configuration, network printing, we went through and we set up printers in a network, made sure that you could connect to them as long as you were on the Wi-Fi. We changed the name of printers. We, uh, yeah, I mean, obviously we always did our practice questions, and like always I will have in here Quizlets to the answers to that for when you're done and what the questions were, so that if you miss a couple questions you can go back in there, you can check those questions out, you can study them a little bit more for your final exam. So yeah, that's basically what we did for chapter chapter 8. It was really interesting to me, like I said earlier, but guys, I mean, if you have the resources, take the PC Pro. It's boring at some points. It's really fun at other points. You learn the basics of pretty much everything you're gonna need to know. Um, and then from here, you can figure out what you actually like doing. If you want to build computers, you figure out that. If you want to do more of the networking side, if you want to do more of the building different networks, or um, like pretty much anything, you can figure it out through here. So yeah. Um, Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, week, whatever it is for you. See ya.